in the land that's being denied to everybody but a few. And they working 7 days a week, bro, backbreaking conditions. Some of these plantations were so massive and powerful that they printed their own currency. And these people are living in the same quarters that they grandparents lived in. You know what I'm saying? And paying rent, you know, on this and getting paid sometimes in script or sometimes in actual physical currency, you know, that's only able to be used on that, you know, on that plantation. And the juke joint was a place, man, where for a few hours they could put on they finest clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go in there and not have to worry about who was watching them and who was looking at them.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share this. As I always tell you guys, reaching out to y'all, don't forget to share this video with your neighbor, with your pastor, with your landlord, okay, with the IRS, okay, with the people over there at the farmer's market. Share this with any and everybody you come across. Now, we will be talking about the movie Sinners. I want to start off by saying we won't.
We're not trying.
There's no spoilers here.
Yeah, no spoilers.
We're just breaking down the meaning that we got, the symbolism in this iconic film.
Yes.
So, if you want to view this entire video, then go see the movie, then come back to this video. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know if you feel the same way. Or you can pause it right now. Take your behind to the movie theater because it's approaching a week and y'all ain't been down to the movie theater. We got to make sure this movie gets awards.
Mm-hmm.
During award season.
Yes.
I don't care if it's a damn hoodie award. They need all the awards that they can get.
They need
all of the monies. Okay?
All of it.
So if you want to pause this video, go watch the movie. And then come back and let's chit-chat in the comments. As long as we could just make it respectful. Okay. We went to see Sinners on Friday. Opening day.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't been lost on me that this movie came out on Friday, Easter weekend. Resurrection. The Resurrection weekend. It hasn't been lost on me that they did that. That was strategically planned, in my opinion. I wanted to start off by talking about, I really admire Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have a really solid relationship, and I think they have a relationship that they just create magic together.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me, sidebar with the podcast I love, Grits and Eggs, Deontay. Go 50-50 with your homeboy. And a light bulb went off and I'm like, yeah. As Black men, I highly recommend you guys teaming up with your homeboys. If you have like an idea that could really help the community out, owning a business. Like, I feel these two are a dynamic duo. It's just a dynamic duo. I feel like Michael B. Jordan helps out Ryan in areas, really bringing the film to life. But I feel like Ryan is...
Mm-hmm. He's a genius.
He is so intelligent and thinks outside the box, and he doesn't code switch. Let's talk about that. Ryan does not code switch for nobody. He from Oakland, and Oakland is what you're going to get, and I respect it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying all the time. You know what I'm saying? Every time Ryan Coogler opens his mouth to talk, I feel relatable. I feel seen.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, he's not changing up his diction. He's not changing up his style of talk or how he addresses certain things. He talks the way he talks because he's from where he's from and he ain't selling out.
And oftentimes we get into a certain tax bracket where we're in certain spaces where we feel like we have to code switch, feel like we have to change our entire identity to fit in, especially as Black people. And he's saying no.
Yeah. Yeah. He's saying no.
Take it or leave it. No, baby.
Did you hear about the the contract that he signed with the motion picture company?
Yes, yes, we
Yeah.
can touch on that too.
Oh,
So
woo.
I just want to talk about Black cinema. Like representation for us is hard. It's hard to find representation.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like I'm excited about the new filmmakers. I'm excited about the Black new filmmakers, the Black producers, the Black writers that are up and coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited to see us in a different light. You rarely see us being having magic and being vampires, and I mean, you got Vampire Brooklyn, you know, that's still a classic.
Yeah.
Okay, you got certain one, you certain, but I'm just saying, it's just so refreshing to see us represented
Yeah.
in all different shapes and forms, and we're going to talk about a lot of the things that they touched on.
Mm-hmm.
To see us on the screen, not only as vampires, not only as Christians, not only as Black folks that practice hoodoo, you saw us all on one screen.
Literally.
Okay, so what did you take away from the film?
Okay, so one of my first notes I took away from the film was spiritual awakening and awareness. There's many POVs, but from my point of view, if you're not tapped in spiritually, then it'll go over your head.
Right. So I guess the spirituality piece of it, what I got from it was how Satan was an angel. When we're talking about Christianity, we're talking about the Bible. Satan was an angel, and he was an angel of music, an angel of entertainment. And now, a lot of times, as of lately, I noticed a lot of millennials are not going to church. So when I noticed that the gentleman's father, not to give spoilers, but he says what our typical elders might say, you know, stop with the secular music, stop doing this, stop doing that, come to the church, join the church, be in the church. And I just got how nowadays we might view it as it being outdated, but and a lot of their way of thinking is severely outdated and severely problematic, but there's some truth to it. And there's some good that we could take from it.
In fact that his father, as you said before, was giving him fair warning of, hey, listen, you keep dancing with the devil, he gonna knock at your door. He gonna know who you are. Right. And he felt that, you know, he wasn't really fulfilling his full potential over at the church. He wanted to try to go and adventure off and try to figure out his own life and his own journey. And that brings me to my next point, right? My next point, which is the musical aspect.
I'm glad that you said the musical aspect, because I feel like oftentimes, as I stated a few days ago, oftentimes we see it in the music industry where a lot of artists have to sell their souls.
Oh, listen.
And push certain images and push certain things into
push agendas
into our community.
Yes.
In order to get up off the hood.
Yeah, man.
You understand what I'm saying? They have to feed. They're told to rap about certain things. And Satan is telling them to now. Mind you, I like certain songs. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell those artists that are just being pushed to just do a whole bunch of nothing.
There's an agenda.
There's no art. There's no artistry behind it. There's no passion behind it. There's no talent behind it. They're just there to pump,
just
crack, basically, crack into the community.
It's cracking your ears and in your mind.
That's all, and that side of the movie reminded me of that too, and just how Satan can lure us in and make it seem like, hey, you want this $2 million contract? You know, you want to get up out the hood? Do this, do that, do that.
Meet up with this person. talk to this person,
Right.
go to this meeting, speak to that, sign this contract, get your mama out the hood, get your family out of debt, but at the same time, you're killing you're killing the inside that God has built inside of you to have that soul. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, speaking from a musician's point of view, right? I'm a musician. God has blessed me with a musical talent. I'm not a genius, but for some apparent reason, every time I pick up an instrument, I figure it out. I don't know where that comes from. It's a gift. And as musicians, we are blessed with this gift because it's like, it's a gift and a curse.
Yes, it is. And sometimes you have to decide on what side you truly want to be on.
Yeah.
Like, God gives us this gift. And sometimes we're doing him a disservice by not utilizing this gift and not sharing this gift with the world. And sometimes it can really do something to us internally if we're not doing the gift that God gave us. It can eat away at us. So I think it's a double-edged sword with what this basically said. It's a double-edged sword. And I really enjoyed how they show how the evolution of music, and it really tapped into our African ancestry.
Yes, they even tapped into multiple cultures. They tapped into the African artistry, African dance, African folklore, African spirituality.
Hey, we're calling the tri-state area. We're calling Brooklyn. We're calling Queens. We're calling Manhattan. We're calling Jersey. This Saturday, join us for the 5K Walk for Autism and a softball game to follow at the Cunningham Park, 19610 Union Turnpike, Fresh Meadows, New York. This Saturday, April 26, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Did I tell you this event is absolutely free? You don't want to miss out on the amazing vendors. We have our favorite vendor, Deli Fresh, New Jersey, in the building, and you don't want to miss that delicious food. Did I tell you it was absolutely free? Don't forget the link is in our bio on Eventbrite. It is absolutely free this Saturday. What are you waiting on? Click the link. Join us. This is for a great cause, y'all. A great cause. Amazing food, softball for free, link in bio.
It was beautiful to see that that throughout history,
music has united
every culture, whether it's beating of certain drums, or it's strums of particular strings, or it's sounds of particular horns. Everything is connected,
and it's spiritual. And music is spiritual,
and that's the reason why that it is very, very hard as a musician to. It's very hard to make that decision because you're given this gift, right? And you want to share it with the world, but you don't want to sabotage yourself. You don't want to invite other spirits. You don't want to invite unwanted spirits or invite darkness into your life necessarily, depending on where you are. You know, me being a musician, I don't want to strum my bass or
it's about having it's about having integrity.
You
know, all money ain't good money.
No.
Every opportunity ain't a good opportunity.
No, it's not.
You understand what I'm saying? So it comes to a point where you're going to have to make a decision.
Yes. And
you're going to have to make a decision. I think for me, speaking of letting people in, what I immediately got from gatekeeping. When I left the damn movie theater, I said, gatekeeping. You niggas.
Oh, yeah, boy.
You niggas don't know how to gatekeep.
No, they don't.
It's everybody. Come to the barbecue. Come to the barbecue. We got bed bugs and raisins in the damn potato salad. Come to what damn barbecue? You're always inviting people who are mediocre as hell, non-melanated folks to the barbecue because they could do a damn 8 count. And this movie exposed that.
Yes.
Like, you're not gonna let us in? We can sing just like you.
Oh, no.
We have rhythm just like you. We play instruments just like you. We can do an 8 count and stomp on the floor and slap our wrists to the same rhythm
Mm-mm.
You have. So why are you not gonna let us in? And then boom, y'all don't know how to gatekeep. Y'all let folks in, and what? They steal from you. They siphon your gas. They take everything from you, and repackage it, bring it, leave your community, go back to theirs, and
They
say,
go profit off.
"Look what I created.
Yep.
Look what I created." Whole time, y'all in your community trying to make ends meet.
You know what I say to that? Oh no, exactly.
I'm just saying, y'all, if this movie teaches you nothing, how gatekeeping is a must.
We have
Everybody else gatekeeps but us.
We have to. It is imperative, and I'm very happy that Ryan Coogler wrote this into the script because, you know, based off of research and watching his interviews and seeing him speak on his perspective, on his upbringing, his journey to where he is now, I'm seeing a lot of gatekeeping with him.
Yes.
A lot of
Yes.
gatekeeping, and it
Yes.
is making me proud because it's giving me Spike Lee vibes.
Oh, Spike Lee
Oh,
loved this
listen,
movie. He already said it.
He said it on
Yes.
on a podcast that I watched 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Shout out
Right.
to Melo Anthony and his whole squad. Beautiful interview. But what I gathered from that is the fact is that Ryan Coogler is he right now he's setting not even a new wave. It's a new genre right now.
Yes,
It's
that's
a
what he
whole
said.
totally
That's what he said.
new genre.
But I just feel like it speaking of like gatekeeping, it really touched on interracial dating.
Oh, don't go. Well,
It did.
it did.
It did. Whether you like it or not, it did. And how your ally, you're laying up with a so-called ally. You're doing business with an ally,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Laying in bed with, doing business with a non-melanated ally. Your ally could be your op before sun.
Ooh, don't say son. You giving too many.
I'm just saying. See,
Yeah, no, I know.
hello?
I know.
Your ally could be your op before sunup. It also touched on, I enjoyed how the young woman, I forgot her name because, baby, I didn't write down these names, but.
Which young woman you talking about? This one right here?
Yeah, I don't know the name of her character, but she practiced.
Her character name was Annie.
Annie. She practiced hoodoo. And hoodoo was what helped them, basically.
Hoodoo's what helped.
And I enjoy seeing our people in dabble into spirituality. And she kept reading and she kept telling them, hey, I'm not going to give this story.
No, you can't.
But I just felt like, wow, a black woman in the midst of that. Y'all too busy laying up with, doing all of that. It was a black woman that, in essence,
but at the same time,
helped.
It was a black woman.
As we always do. And I think Ryan did that on purpose. A lot of people are being disguised as allies, and there's not really allies.
Mm-mm.
Soon as their proximity to whiteness, you know what I mean, disappears, they will drop you like a bad habit. That's what I got from the film. Soon as it no longer benefits them, they will throw you under the bus.
Listen,
to save themselves, to save their community.
What time the bus coming? Because the bus coming soon, they're going to throw you right under there.
And it's a simple fact that, too, what I got from it, how Satan used their hatred for black people.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of what's going on right now. Satan used their hatred towards black people, right? Because they knew their hatred was so deep that they would let Satan in their lives because their hatred for black people ran so deep. Knowing that Satan don't care, black, white, Native American, Asian, Satan don't care. Satan will use you up. Satan will destroy you.
Yep.
But because your hatred for black people was so much stronger than your hatred for Satan.
Your hatred for Native Americans was so strong.
Yeah.
But there was so many inside insider information that if you was paying attention to the movie, then you'd be like, wow, that's actually true. Someone could look like you, but not really be of you. And your hatred so much for the other culture or the other
Yes.
race blinds you to a point where, hey, you know what? He looked like me. He sound like me. I'm gonna let you know what I mean. I'm gonna let him rock. Next, you know, you let him rock. This man is stabbing you 25
Stabbing
times.
you in the back. And be like, I thought it allowed us to see how forgiving and understanding and
Oh,
so
Lord.
nice we are.
Oh Lord. Oh.
Stop letting people in your space.
Keeping, because that's the way we build ourselves and our
Build
community.
yourselves first.
Yeah.
Build yourselves first. One thing that I really liked about this movie too,
Mm-hmm.
Delroy Lindo
Yes.
and Omar. It was a couple of Michael B. Jordan. I liked the fact that Delroy was in it.
Oh,
A veteran in the acting game. A veteran. And I like the fact that there were a lot of newbies in there that just starting out in terms of acting. I really love that to bridge the gap so that the veterans could really help out the newbies, because who's up next?
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, all of our A1 top list black actors and actresses, they're becoming our elders now. They have to hand the torch to someone else. So it's nice to see people that we never saw, the newcomers, and it's nice to see the veterans in the game. I enjoyed when they would reminisce about traumatic experiences. They wouldn't do a flashback necessarily of the traumatic experiences, but they would do an audio that would play in the background where you can hear, as he's saying the dialogue, you can hear what the traumatic experience that he was referring to. And how that trauma and that pain poured into his music.
Yes.
If that ain't blackness, I don't know what it is. How much trauma we hold on to, and how we create some of the most amazing art under traumatic experience, from traumatic experiences.
You gotta. Our community has continued to give gifts to the world, but we are always exploited continuously. And that's another aspect that I wanted to touch on as far as gatekeeping. There's many examples in a movie where it shows black people being exploited.
But I really enjoyed having this movie too, because baby, I miss Lovecraft Country. That's why I'm so glad.
Lord, I miss it so much. This
is what we needed.
I think because Lovecraft Country was taken away before it could even really get to the meat and potatoes. I think we were robbed.
My grandfather was a sharecropper and talks about how he picked cotton. My grandfather died at 83, 84 years old. He died a couple of months ago. So to hear those stories where people say get over it, oh, it was a long time ago, get over it. It's kind of like, no. You're talking about get over our grandparents? Because our grandparents were there.
How about this?
We're not that... It
gets dumped into the DNA.
Right,
so
but the thing about it is, it allowed me to recognize we're not that far from where they were. We're not that far from sharecropping days.
We're not. We're definitely not.
And this is why what they were experiencing, we could identify with. We're not that far removed.
We're not.
We're talking about our grandparents. For some people, it was their parents. A lot of them are not deceased.
Yep.
That could share sharecropping stories with you.
Yeah.
So we're not that far removed, and I like how they show the evolution of music to really bring home how we're not that far removed and how we are connected.
It showed the past, it showed their present, and it showed the future.
Yes.
Which I always say this as a musician, everything's connected. Literally, in music, everything is connected. That's another reason why one of my points that I have right here is, why is music so powerful? Like,
music can
unite
the world.
Let me give you a prime example. Let me give you examples of our community and particular artists that stand out to me, and I'll explain to you why music is so powerful. Right, Prince. I don't even have to start. That's off the Prince.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Yeah, there's a list. Music is so powerful. That's the reason why I wanted to get to this point as being a musician, because, like we said earlier in our conversation, if you're spiritual or religious, and you can understand why music is so powerful and why it's a tool that's utilized to trap us.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So
Yes.
music is powerful because it originates from above. As a musician, I'll tell you right now, when, like, say for instance, I'm playing on a key and we're going to particular, ascending or descending notes, or we're modulating or going down, whatever, major, minor. When you hit that note, there's a feeling that hits you.
Yes.
And it is nothing like it in this world. That's why you see people, they hear their favorite song, they don't care what the hell is going on right then and there, they start dancing. It could be a gospel song, they start crying. It could be a hip hop song that revert to a situation, a traumatic experience that they went through. It could be an R&B song.
Yes.
Oh man, a heartbreak I went through. It could be a uppity happy song. Like, yo, I remember when I heard this song, we was chilling out in the
Music could
summer.
change your mood.
It will change your mood.
Music could change your
Music
mood.
is influential. It's
But
powerful.
also, in terms of Christianity, they shun on spirituality and hoodoo and all of that. They shun on it, but yet you got to give credit to where credit is due. They are a part of our community,
They are.
okay? Burn and Sage, the spiritual girlies, they are a part of that, our community.
They have another
And
thing.
this movie made me realize that they are very much so needed, along with your Bible and what you've taken from your Bible and what you've applied from your Bible. The spiritual girlies are needed.
Yeah, they're needed.
I'm gonna need them to go watch this movie too.
Spiritual girls.
Okay, because it was the spiritual girlies. It was the spiritual girlies that helped the community.
Yeah, the spiritual.
At the end of the
The
day,
spiritual girlies was in tuned enough with her spirituality to recognize which evil that they were dealing with. You get what I'm saying? Because there's many sorts of evils, different sectors of evils, but because of her hoodoo and her being in tune with the ancestors and understanding her mission, right? That was her mission on this world, to connect her community and keep everyone safe.
but I also too recognize when we were left, when they showed the evolution of music and us dancing and rejoicing, it reminds me literally of what's going on today with everything that's going on with the political climate today. How you have now other people that realize, oh, I don't voted for this guy. Now let's get out and let's start picketing and let's start boycotting and let's start, fighting the fight. Meanwhile, black people are on a rodeo talking about boots on the ground. You know what I mean? Having a good time. We have always been so resilient. We have always been the type to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
So to now see these people, these sharecroppers, make something out of nothing. And when the world is crumbling around them, they're still able to rejoice, they're still able to unite, and they're still able to have a good time.
Yes.
That's what I got from it too. It is important to see this film.
Yes, go support.
It is
our
so
brothers and
important
sisters.
to see this film. Like, some people say, oh, it's a horror film. I really don't care for horror films. Did I jump at certain scenes? Yes. But I left not feeling like it was a horror film.
No, it was not a horror film. It had certain points of horror aspects, if you take it that way. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. I had a relative hit me up today and asked me about the film because he was about to watch it, at his home and in the comfort of his home, and so that way he can relax and not have to worry about anything. I told him, hey, listen, If you want to get the full experience,
Go to the movies. Don't be
IMAX.
out there bootlegging.
Nah, we gotta go support the same way we supported Black Panther, same way we supported Creed. You know what I mean? 1, 2, and how many ever?
Go out
Go
and
out
see
support.
the movie. We can't be sitting around talking about, oh, they never make movies with us in a good light. They
And you-
always making these trauma movies.
My man went IMAX. There's no excuse right.
But then when a black filmmaker, black writer comes out, black creatives come together and they put out a product, y'all don't want to support it. But y'all was just the other day talking about we need more films like it.
Listen,
Well, you got it. And you need to go out there and support it.
you need to go
Simple
support
as that. And anybody, because I saw this moon pie face girl over there on the TikTok
Oh, you did you?
talking about, hello?
Oh.
Talking about, oh, I went there as a Christian. I went there and sat right through it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one scene, I just had to get up and leave. So as a Christian, you're going to the movies to see a movie called Sinners. A lot of people that got negative things to say about the movies, rage bait. They're looking for engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Block them.
They ain't gonna get it from us.
Block them.
They ain't gonna get it from us.
You're looking for damn engagement. You're looking for clicks and views. All right. Now we can have a sense. You can have critiques about a film. But to openly say that, mind you, it was Christianity up and through the damn film.
Listen, I'll go watch it again. I'll be honest.
I
with
want to
you.
watch it
The
again
whole-
too, because I feel like
Yeah,
I
we
missed
missed
it. We
it.
might need to do a part two, because
Yeah.
I feel like I missed something.
Yeah.
It very much so gave
Oh,
Marvel the way that it ended. So if he could just keep this going,
Oh, listen.
I see him keeping this going and creating a whole new genre and creating a whole new blackity black Marvel experience.
We need to give him a round of applause for Mr. Ryan Coogler.
I love that for him. I thoroughly enjoyed that his wife was a part of it. His family was a part of it. Raphael Sadiq was a part of the music too. That really sent me over the moon. Whoever did the makeup,
Oh, the makeup, music,
the
supervisor.
FX
Yeah.
makeup.
Oh, it was gory. Yo, shout out.
Of course.
We're gonna follow us on our Instagram,
Yeah.
Sam.I_am32.
Yes, you know where to find me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button on for more notifications. Please share this video.
Yes.
And for those that are complaining, talking about spoilers,
We didn't spoil nothing.
you guys, damn, they gave us an opportunity to go see the movie. Okay, y'all too busy talking about on a TikTok that you didn't get a chance to see the movie yet, instead of going just to see the movie.
Just go see the movie.
Just go see the damn movie.
Get off your ass
and go,
and go
see the damn movie.
Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
All right.
Yo.
Bye.
Deuces.